而奥巴马即将卸任，他特别回到他原来起家的地方 Chicago， 发表了总统的告别演说。这场演说相当的感人。
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama.
黑暗中亮起了光，舞台尽头的奥巴马挥手走来。这条红毯仿佛就像他从芝加哥这里的海德公园社区一路走向了白宫所在的宾夕法尼亚大道。如今在华盛顿政治斗争中磨练多年，明显苍老许多的他，选择在卸任前10天重回从政之路的起点，向群众道别。才开口，全场便起立鼓掌，欢呼声久久不坠。奥巴马人气历经8年跌宕起伏，在卸任前又重回高点，但此刻的他已能从容面对。
You can tell that I'm a lame duck because nobody's following instructions.
这一晚，他希望温馨怀旧又带来希望。
Michelle and I have been so touched by all the well wishes that we've received over the past few weeks, but tonight it's my turn to say thanks.
毕竟4年前同一地点，他也是在这个湖滨会展中心庆祝连任。如今卸下重担，奥巴马重申，他从政以来所深信的民主价值始终没有改变。
Now this is where I learned that change only happens when ordinary people get involved and they get engaged and they come together to demand it. After 8 years as your president, I still believe that. And it's not just my belief. It's the beating heart of our American idea, our bold experiment in self-government. The work of democracy has always been hard. It's always been contentious. Sometimes it's been bloody. For every 2 steps forward, it often feels we take 1 step back. But the long sweep of America has been defined by forward motion, a constant widening of our founding creed to embrace all, and not just some.
他自认8年前那句 "Yes, we can" 不是一句宣传口号。
If I had told you 8 years ago that America would reverse a Great Recession, reboot our auto industry, and unleash the longest stretch of job creation in our history, if I had told you that we would open up a new chapter with the Cuban people, shut down Iran's nuclear weapons program without firing a shot, take out the mastermind of 9/11, if I had told you that we would win marriage equality and secure the right to health insurance for another 20 million of our fellow citizens, if I had told you all that, you might have said our sights were set a little too high. But that's what we did. That's what you did. You were the change. You answered people's hopes. And because of you, by almost every measure, America is a better, stronger place than it was when we started. I can't do that.
但即便再多不舍，白宫终究要更换新主人。
In 10 days, the world will witness a hallmark of our democracy. No. The peaceful transfer of power from one freely elected president to the next. I committed to President-elect Trump that my administration would ensure the smoothest possible transition, just as President Bush did for me. Rivals like Russia or China cannot match our influence around the world unless we give up what we stand for. and turn ourselves into just another big country that bullies smaller neighbors. Because after all, we remain the wealthiest, most powerful, and most respected nation on earth. Our youth, our drive, our diversity and openness, our boundless capacity for risk and reinvention means that the future should be ours. But that potential will only be realized if our democracy works. Only if our politics better reflects the decency of our people. Only if all of us, regardless of party affiliation or particular interests, help restore the sense of common purpose that we so badly need right now.
奥巴马敦促所有美国人守护民主。纽约时报指部分演说内容不只是面向全体美国人，更多像是特地说给川普和他的支持者，警告他们继续煽动分裂的危险性。
After my election, there was talk of a post-racial America. And such a vision, however well intended, was never realistic. Race remains a potent and often divisive force in our society. If every economic issue is framed as a struggle between a hardworking white middle class and an undeserving minority, then workers of all shades are going to be left fighting for scraps while the wealthy withdraw further into their private enclaves. If we're unwilling to invest in the children of immigrants just because they don't look like us, we will diminish the prospects of our own children because those brown kids will represent a larger and larger share of America's workforce. But laws alone won't be enough. Hearts must change, and that's not easy to do. For too many of us, it's become safer to retreat into our own bubbles, whether in our neighborhoods or on college campuses or places of worship, or especially our social media feeds. Surrounded by people who look like us and share the same political outlook and never challenge our assumptions. And increasingly, we become so secure in our bubbles that we start accepting only information, whether it's true or not, that fits our opinions, instead of basing our opinions on the evidence that is out there.
奥巴马提醒，美国当前的民主正因为这种冷漠不参与而受到威胁。
Our Constitution is a remarkable, beautiful gift. But it's really just a piece of parchment. It has no power on its own. We, the people, give it power. We, the people, give it meaning with our participation and with the choices that we make. America's no fragile thing, but the gains of our long journey to freedom are not assured. If you're tired of arguing with strangers on the internet, try talking with one of them in real life. If something needs fixing, then lace up your shoes and do some organizing. If you're disappointed by your elected officials, grab a clipboard, get some signatures, and run for office yourself. Show up. Dive in. Stay at it.
走过8年，家人无疑是最大的支撑力量。奥巴马公开感谢一路相伴的蜜雪儿，台上激动落泪。
Took on a role you didn't ask for, and you made it your own, with grace and with grit and with style and good humor. You made the White House a place that belongs to everybody. And a new generation sets its sights higher because it has you as a role model. So you have made me proud, and you have made the country proud.
要感谢的人太多了，奥巴马想逐一点名，却力有未逮。演说的最后，情绪已然澎湃。他说自己对于美国的未来比当选之初还要乐观，同时承诺，即便离开白宫，他也将永远和美国人民同在。
My fellow Americans, it has been the honor of my life to serve you. I won't stop. In fact, I will be right there with you as a citizen for all my remaining days. But for now, whether you are young or whether you're young at heart, I do have one final ask of you as your president. The same thing I asked when you took a chance on me 8 years ago. I am asking you to believe, not in my ability to bring about change, but in yours. I am asking you to hold fast to that faith written into our founding documents, that idea whispered by slaves and abolitionists, that spirit sung by immigrants and homesteaders and those who marched for justice, that creed reaffirmed by those who planted flags from foreign battlefields to the surface of the moon, a creed at the core of every American whose story is not yet written. Yes, we can. Yes, we did. Yes, we can. Thank you. God bless you. May God continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you.